In this video, I will be showing you how to use and customize the survey data in vsHome. Firstly, you can access the survey data from the main menu bar on the left-hand side once you've opened a job. You can see there are multiple pages where you have the ability to add in additional costs to the job. This data is fully customizable, and I'm going to show you how to edit the data, pages, and panels after a quick demonstration into how you would use it when working on a job. So let's head back to the site specification page. Simply tick the box and add in planning approval with a fixed cost of £250. You can see the price summary has been updated automatically at the bottom of the screen. There are currently two different types of cost items we can add in. So if we head over to the site clearance page, we can tick this box to add additional skips and use the field provided on the right hand side to specify how many skips we need at a cost of £200 per skip. You will see the price summary continues to update. Okay, so if we head over to the extras page, we can add in some more items. I'm going to add in some extra switches. So 4 extra switches at a cost of £100 per switch. I'm then going to add in some extra sockets. I'm going to put 2 in, and they are at a cost of £100 per socket. As well as that, I'm going to add in an extractor fan with a fixed cost of £300. And you'll see the price summary has continued to update, now to a total of £1,350. So what we can do to see the value added onto the job is if we just head over to Reports and create the quote using this icon here. And then on the second to last page, you will see the specific items we selected from the survey data with a complete breakdown of costings, as well as a running total, which will also appear on the final page as part of the overall payment summary. Okay, now that I've shown you how you would use the survey data, I'm going to show you how to edit and customize the data itself. So to do that, you need to go back to the All Customers screen, and I'm going to save the job. And then we want to access the preferences, which you'll find at the top right with the globe icon. Once within the preferences, you will see on the left-hand side, survey data. Just expand that and select content. Okay, what you see here is essentially the same view we saw at the start, only the difference is this view is completely editable. What I'm going to do is add in a new page with some new panels and a variety of different cost items. So to add in a new page, I'm going to go to the end here and click Extras, as the new page will be added either before or after the page which is currently selected. So to add in the new page, just hover over any background space you can find and click once it goes pink. Select Add New Page and choose either before or after. Now I'm going to give my page a name. To do that, again, just hover over the background space and click. This time select Edit, and I'm going to call the page Test Page. You will see the new page comes with an empty panel as default. So what we can do now is give the new panel a name. You do this by hovering over the panel. It will go pink, as you can see, and click and select Edit. I'm going to call this Category A. And select OK. I'm also going to add in another panel. Select Add New Panel, and you can choose before or after. I've gone with after. And then to edit the name of that new panel, again, hover over it, click, select Edit, and give it a name. Okay, now we have 2 panels, we can start to add in different cost items. To add the first item into the panel, hover over your chosen panel and click, and you'll see the drop-down menu includes the 4 different cost items available to add in. I'm going to start by adding a fixed cost item, which could be something like a permit, which is a fixed cost regardless of the job. So to edit this new item, hover over it, you'll see that it turns pink, click and select edit. Here we can change the name to permit, and I can adjust the cost accordingly to 200 and select OK. Now to add in a second item into this first panel, we now have to hover over the first item and click, and you'll see the drop-down menu appears again. This time I'm going to add in a free cost item. A free cost item gives you a field to edit the price. So this could be something like the waste removal, as the price might differ from job to job. So let's edit this new item, hover over it and click, select edit. Adjust the name. And the price. We can set a cost here, but it will only be a default. As we mentioned, it's a free cost item, so we will be able to edit the price to whatever we want in the job. Okay, onto the second panel. Hover over the panel and click, and this time I'm going to add in a variable cost item. A variable cost item allows you to specify a fixed cost per unit with an additional field to allow the number of units to be specified on a job-by-job basis. I'm going to use the example of a light fitting, as the amount of fittings you need may differ from job to job. So to edit this new item, hover over it and click, select edit, adjust the name, I'm going to change the price. And the units would therefore be lights. And then press OK. And you'll see that field is available where we can specify the number of lights. Okay, so finally, I'm going to add in a database cost item. A database cost item will take the data from the model you're working on. The best way for me to explain is to show you. So let's add one into this panel. To do that, just hover over the last item we added, click and select Add Database Cost Item in, after, and then hover over the item and click and select Edit. As default, it shows conservatory area, but this is a good place to start. Choosing conservatory area would be a suitable way to calculate the cost for underfloor heating, without having to calculate the area manually. It's important to note that you have to select the data type first. Conservatory area is the correct data type to calculate the underfloor heating required, but we need to change the units to square meters. Then we can adjust the cost and rename it. And select OK. I'm going to add in another database cost item to give you an example of different data types. So hover over the last item we added and click and select Add Database Cost Item after. And then hover over the new item and click to edit. This time the example I'm going to use is paving. So first we select the data type and change to perimeter, as the perimeter around the model is what we will use to calculate the cost. We then need to change the units to meters, adjust the cost accordingly, and change the name. And select OK. Okay, so before we save this new page, I'm going to show you how we can delete items and empty the panels, as well as deleting the panels and page itself. To empty the panel, you can hover over it and click and select empty from the drop-down menu. To delete the panel, just hover over the panel and click and select delete. And to delete an individual item from a panel, just hover over that item and click and select delete. And then to delete the page itself, just hover over the background space and click and select delete. What I'm going to do now is just revert back to the new page we set up before so we can continue by saving it. Okay, so this is the page that we created earlier. Now what we can do is continue by saving it. To do that, just head to close and then select yes to save any modifications to the survey data. Now if we open up a job, select live mode and head to the survey data. You'll see the new test pages there with all of the new items that we've just created. And you'll see the database cost items have been automatically populated with the correct quantities to suit the job. Finally, it's worth mentioning a function available that allows you to apply a markup to your survey data costings if you want to. To do this, we just need to head back to the All Customers screen and then go back to the Preferences again. Head over down to Cost Entities and just expand that and select Markups. To create a new markup, just select Create up here. By adding this markup, the values which appear in the survey data will be increased when viewed on a job-by-job basis to reflect your final selling prices, while the original costings will remain the same. This is beneficial should you ever need to alter your selling prices, as you can alter a single markup which will impact on all your costings and avoid having to alter them one by one. So to do that, give it a name, Survey Markup, select the item type, which would be survey data only, and then specify your markup. And I'll just put 45% in and select OK. Again, to save that, press close and save the new markup. Okay, so now what I can do to show you the new markup reflected on the survey data costs is open up a job and then head over to survey data. You'll see the new 45% markup has been added to all survey data items across the board. Free cost items are not included in the markup and will remain editable on a job-to-job basis. And that is how you use and edit the survey data in vsHome. For more tutorial videos, visit the support area on our website.